Hello friends, we are going to talk about photosynthesis today. We know that photosynthesis is an important process which is taking place in plants especially, and due to which they prepare their own food. So plants are very important in our life. So how plants are synthesizing their food, that we will understand with the help of light. Not only light, sunlight we can say, but also carbon dioxide and water. Presence of carbon dioxide and water, how it is important. So that we are going to talk about in this particular video about photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? How can we define? It is a process by which green plants, algae and some bacteria also, yes, by which some green plants, then algae and some bacteria they convert light energy from the sun into chemical energy. Okay, light energy is being converted to chemical energy, that is glucose. So that conversion of light energy to chemical energy is actually photosynthesis, and we can say that this is the process by which plants especially prepare their own food. So sunlight is being converted into food. That is the process by which we can say plants, green plants, algae and some bacteria, they survive. Okay, so we can say that if we go for photosynthesis, then we can say that carbon dioxide and water, okay, carbon dioxide, that is CO2 plus water, H2O, and in the presence of sunlight, also plants are having chlorophyll pigments in their leaves, So the conversion of this carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll pigment, it gets converted into glucose plus oxygen, and this oxygen we use for our respiration purpose, for breathing purpose. Okay, right. If we will be writing here full complete chemical equation, then it will be written as 6CO2 plus 6H2O will give us as C6, okay, C6H12O6, that is glucose, and plus 6 times of oxygen. C6H12O6 is the glucose plus 6 times of oxygen. So this is the chemical equation. Okay. Now photosynthesis, how it happens? So there are two types of reactions are there, which is called light dependent reaction and light independent reaction. So light dependent reaction is taking place in chloroplasts. Light dependent reaction is taking place in chloroplasts, and that is occurring only in the presence of light. That's why it is called light dependent. And in this, chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and uses that energy to split water molecules. So the water molecule is getting splitted by using the light energy from sunlight, and that is happening in chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is absorbing sunlight. Chlorophyll is a green pigment, and this process is called photolysis of water. Photolysis means breaking down of water molecule. That is called photolysis. So photolysis means breakdown of water molecule, H2O, splitting of water molecule. Okay, so this water molecule is broken down to like 2H2O will broke down to 4 hydrogen ion plus 4 electron will be getting released and plus oxygen gas will get released. Okay, because hydrogen has become 4 hydrogen ion, so 4 electron will get released. Okay, and oxygen is released into the atmosphere. Hydrogen ions and electrons will be helping to form ATP. Hydrogen ion and these 4 electrons will help to form ATP, that is called adenosine triphosphate, which are energy carriers, and these are energy carriers, right? Okay, now coming to next reaction, that is called light independent reaction, that is in dark phase, dark reaction. Okay, sometimes it is also called as Calvin cycle in stroma. Okay, it is taking place in stroma, whereas light dependent reaction was taking place in chloroplasts. Light independent reaction is taking place in stroma, Calvin cycle. It doesn't need any direct sunlight, and it is using CO2 from the air and the energy, that is ATP or NADPH, from the light reaction. So it uses carbon dioxide from the air and energy, which is in the form of ATP, and converts these back to glucose and convert this to glucose. Okay, so we can say that carbon dioxide and plus hydrogen gas, when it is being taken in the presence of energy, it gets converted to glucose, C6H12O6. Okay, right. Now we will see that factors affecting photosynthesis. Factors affecting photosynthesis, this one. So first one, we can say that light intensity. Light intensity. If more light, more photosynthesis. Yes, up to a saturation point of time, saturation point. Up to a saturation point, so we can say that more light intensity, more photosynthesis. Second factor is carbon dioxide concentration, CO2 concentration. CO2 concentration, if more CO2 is there, more faster rate. Okay, faster if more CO2 concentration. Again, it is up to an optimum level. Again, up to an optimum level. Then third, temperature. Temperature. Okay. So most of the enzymes work based around 25 degrees centigrade to 35 degrees centigrade. Okay. Enzymes generally works better or based around 25 degrees centigrade to 35 degrees centigrade. Too high or too low temperature will certainly slow down the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Water availability, H2O. Water is an important constituent. So shortage of water will cause stomata to close. Okay. Shortage of water will cause stomata to close. CO2 intake will get decreased. If stomata is getting closed, CO2 intake will get decreased, and thereby photosynthesis will get slowed down. Okay, so water availability is also playing a very important role. Then fifth one is chlorophyll content. Chlorophyll content. Okay, so more chlorophyll, higher efficiency of light absorption. If more chlorophyll, high efficiency will be there, light will be absorbed properly. Okay. Some facts I am going to say that, like a big tree is available, it can supply oxygen for 2 to 3 people for a year. Generally, a big tree can supply oxygen for 2 to 3 person for a year. And chlorophyll is giving the plant green color. Okay, chlorophyll is a green pigment, so it is giving the plant green color because it is reflecting green light and absorbs blue and red. It reflects green light and absorbs blue and red. Photosynthesis generally in algae and cyanobacteria produces most of Earth's oxygen. Photosynthesis in algae and cyanobacteria produces most of Earth's oxygen, not only due to the land plants. Okay, so in forests, that's why plants are very important. Forests are called planet's lungs. Forests are known as planet's lungs. It produces oxygen for every one of us. Okay, so forests are called planet's lungs. Okay, aquatic plants also photosynthesize underwater using dissolved CO2. Aquatic plants which are there in water, they also photosynthesize using dissolved CO2. Okay. Farmers also, they use this concept to optimize light exposure in greenhouses for maximum crop yield. Greenhouses concept. This concept is used by farmers. And it certainly leads to maximum crop yield. Even algae in oceans contribute over 50% of Earth's oxygen. Algae in ocean contributes 50% of Earth's oxygen. Okay, so these were some facts about photosynthesis, and we came to know that how photosynthesis is important in our day-to-day life. Thank you.